Now I'm going to make a folding card just using the basic template here for doing this shape of card. Now this is on an A4 and I've got two A4s there. I'm going to make a big A4 card, and the way I would do it is this. Just twist that round a little bit. I would take this end off first. So I'm just going to cut along here like so. You can do this with any of the sizes if you want. Just cut that off there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm taking one of the sheets of card. I've got two of card here in white. Now I'm going to turn that round so it makes it easy for you. And I'm just going to butt that up to there like that. I can stick it anywhere. So that forms a nice line down the outside. Now with a little bit of masking tape, just hold this in position like that. Now you don't want it to go right up to here because I'll show you why in a minute. So cut that up, stick that down, and then if you want, so you can see better, is just trim off this top bit here just to make it easy. So because you don't want this sliding around, so I cut that off. Then I can also then now stick that down there and that down there. Now this is going to be the front of the card. Now I want to crease down here. I've left this extra bit on here, so that's going to fold around the back of the card. So before I cut it out, I just want to crease all the way down along that line. Not using a scalpel, using an embossing tool. So that's the crease there. Now you want to keep this bit so you don't make a mistake. What I like to do is first of all cut straight the way across here. I don't want to cut this piece off. I'm just going to cut straight across there like that, and repeat that on the top side, but make sure you cut straight across here so you get this extra bit that's going to wrap around. And there you can see I've cut the top bit out too, and now I can take this off, take the template off, and then that's going to fold around like so. Now you've got various options here. You can cut two of these out, one without the extra bit on, or you might want this just to be the front, and you can just stick that onto there and have that as a rectangle underneath, maybe gold, and then this silver on the top. But if you want the same size, you can either do it at the beginning when it's folded over. What I'm going to do first is stick this down, make sure it's going to open the right way. Let me have a look. Yes, that's going to be the right way. So I've got my flap here, and I'm going to just stick that down onto the matching piece of card, but you can use any colour you want really. And again, I'm using a really good strong glue here so it doesn't fall apart. And all you have to do is butt this up. You've got some wiggling time to get exactly right, and then that just butts over there. Now all you've got to do now is just cut around this edge and down here, and you've got a nice card. Just get that in position so everything's right. There we go. And I say you've got various options here, but I'm just going to cut it all out. And then you've got the finished card ready to decorate anywhere you want. You've got that nice fancy border at the top. This is another option you can do for making a card. Now if you've got a piece of card big enough to place two of the designs on there, you just print out this one ready. Now I've just taken some masking tape and just secured them over the top there. Keeps it in position while I'm cutting it out. Now where the fold is going to be, I'm just taking a ruler and I'm just going to score down there. So once I've cut it out, it's going to bend really easily. And now it's just a question of using scissors or scalpel, whichever you want, cutting the whole design out. Now I've cut around the template and I can just discard that now to one side. I've got the crease here, so then now I should just be able to just fold it over and you've got your perfect card ready to decorate with this nice fancy top in any way that you want. Now you can also change this basic design here by printing out some of the smaller ones, smaller versions, and using those to make apertures or folding apertures. And I've cut one out here and I've just roughly cut round it. I've masked it up there with some masking tape. Now I'm going to turn this one into a little fold, a folding one. Make sure it's going to fold the right way, so my card's that way, so I need to put the crease here so the front can open. So using the same pattern, or you could change it, you could have any kind of design, you can mix and match to your heart's content. I'm just going to score there, and then just using a scalpel, cut everywhere along these lines, but not down here. That's where it's going to bend and open like a door. Now you can see I've cut through here all the way around using the scalpel. Now all I have to do is just take off my mask there, and then this will just fold together. There's the card like that, and then you have got a little aperture at the front, which then you fold over, revealing the inside there. So you can do anything you want really. You can have a nice little card with an opening flap, and obviously if you cut down here as well, you will have an aperture card. And the good thing about creating your own aperture, you can put it exactly in the middle where you want, but you could raise it up like that. You could have it there, you could have it down in the bottom corner there, you could have it there. You can move this around and just tape it down and just cut out where you want it. I think I'll raise that up quite high actually, and I'll just tape that down and cut it out. And there you can see I've cut through the aperture now. Now what you can do is obviously save that and use it as a tag or on another crafting project. But I've got my aperture here in the front of my card, and I've placed it exactly where I want it. There's no need for machines or die cuts or anything like that, where it's always in the same place. You can put this where you want, and there you've got a nice aperture card there ready for you to decorate.